All right. Video rolling. Yes. Audio rolling. Yes. Are you prepared?
Yes.
I feel like we're extreme close-up this week. Why is that?
I don't know.
Episode 9 coming down in 3, 2, 1. Hi, and welcome to episode 9 of Conversations with Myself.
A journey of self-discovery.
I am Brent, and along with me, as always, is the gobbledygooker, the jive turkey himself. This is Xavier. Say hi, Xavier.
Hi, Xavier.
So we did a Halloween-themed episode for Halloween about a month or so.
Well, I thought we did it for Arbor Day.
Well, now we have something to look forward to for Arbor. Do you even know when Arbor Day is?
Yeah, isn't it the day where we all set aside 5 minutes to go plant a tree?
Not what is that? Do you know when Arbor Day is?
No.
You have no idea.
No, I have no idea.
Well, we did a Halloween episode here about a month ago, and it was a lot of fun. So we thought we'd do something similar for Thanksgiving, since Turkey Day is going to be here in just a couple of days. Before we get into our questions that we go through, we've got some things that we've been, because we haven't done an episode in like, what, 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So on a personal level, the band that I play with, Henson Hill, we're going to be getting together, doing a benefit at the Capitol Theater in downtown Union City, January 11th.
Nice.
That's going to go towards special ops excursions. We're going to play. We don't charge anything to play. It's a free event to get into, and all the donations, 100% going back to special ops excursions. You started play practice, correct?
Yes, I did.
And how is that going so far?
It's been pretty good.
What did you were just choreography and singing? Is that what you guys been doing?
Yeah, we've done like the last practice, we've done a little bit. We did a little bit of acting, but I got to go home early because I didn't really have much to do on that because
you're one of the Von Trapp kids, right?
Yeah, and like only four out of the 7 were there, and there's not really much.
Oh, there wasn't a reason for you to all be there if none of the kids were there. All the kids were there.
Correct.
One more thing that I haven't done yet that I want to mention is I thought I'd take this platform to promote our good friend Matt Crossan. He's the worship leader at our church at Crosswind, and he's got his own music that he puts out. You can check him out on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your favorite tunes from. He was just included on a Christian music playlist here a couple of weeks ago, and he got a lot of streams. Yeah, so
nice.
Go check out Matt Crossan Music. He's a good friend of the show, so go check that out. All right, so if you've not tuned into Conversations with Myself before, here's how it goes. Xavier and I are going to ask each other a series of questions pertaining to our topic, which today is Thanksgiving. And through this method of inquiry, did I say inquiry? Inquiry. I can't say the word inquiry. Can you say that word?
Say it.
Inquiry.
Inquiry.
I just had to say it really slow. Inquiry. There, I said it.
Inquiry.
Yes. Through this method of inquiry, I did it.
What does that even mean?
Through this method of like trying to find something out.
Okay.
I was trying to find a different way of saying questioning, and I came up with inquiry. Through this method of inquiry.
Thesaurus.com? Did you use the thesaurus.com?
I used thesaurus.com quite a bit. Yes, I do. So through this method of inquiry, we hope to learn a little something about each other's point of view, which is something we try to do for every episode. I think that we've succeeded over the course of 8 episodes thus far. We've learned different things about each other.
Yep.
All right. So you have questions lined up today?
Yes.
How many do you have?
I've got let me check. 4.
Okay.
I have 3.
Okay. Well,
4.
You wanna just like tennis back and forth, round robin kind of questions?
Sure.
I'm gonna start this week. Can I start?
Of course you can.
Okay. There are 2 kinds of people in life: those who fully appreciate the majestic splendor of Thanksgiving, and those who throw it to the curb in favor of celebrating Christmas for 2 months. Where do you fall in this debate? I think I know.
Yes.
Where are you at Thanksgiving? Nothing Christmas till after Thanksgiving, or do you what?
I'm kind of in the middle. Like if somebody said, "Hey, by the way, we can't have Thanksgiving anymore," I'd be like, "Oh, well," I'd ask why, but like I wouldn't be sad.
I'm glad you said that, because I that's going to lead into some of my questions coming up, because I'm glad you said that. I'm not like, this will be an interesting episode, I think. So, you're more Christmas than you are Thanksgiving.
Yes, definitely. Not to mention, Thanksgiving is the thing that's right before my birthday.
I am so glad we're doing this episode because I think you're going to learn a lot and I'm going to learn a lot. If you don't learn a lot today, then you will down the road when you go back and listen and watch Food on YouTube. All right. So that was my first question. You can ask me a question. All right. Go ahead. It's your turn.
Okay. What was your best Thanksgiving?
I'm trying to, it's kind of an amalgamation of all the different Thanksgivings I had when I was a kid. Yeah. Remember I told you one of our episodes previously about when Batman came out with Michael Keaton?
Kind of.
It came out the week of Thanksgiving and like I played it on repeat one Thanksgiving. It was in 1989. I just made my family watch it over and over again. But those Thanksgivings when I was growing up, they were a lot of fun because Mom would host Thanksgiving at our house and then Aunt Carol would host Christmas Eve at her house. And so everybody would come over to our house on Thanksgiving and we'd all gather and watch the Detroit Lions lose. And then we would eat Thanksgiving dinner, and then we'd play board games. Like we'd have Family Feud and stuff like that. And just have a lot of fun doing that kind of thing. And then at one point, the WWF used to have Survivor Series on Thanksgiving.
What's WWF?
World Wrestling Federation.
Oh, well then.
Yeah. So Mom used to let me order the Survivor Series on Thanksgiving night, and we would sit around and watch wrestling on Thanksgiving night. And it was pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's not particularly one Thanksgiving that sticks out, but that's definitely just kind of a conglomerate of all the Thanksgivings I had growing up. They're a lot of fun.
Fair enough.
So there's a short-sightedness in the music community. They're all looking at that Christmas cash grab. Xavier and I tried to name 5 Thanksgiving songs, and we couldn't do it. So if you're looking for an untapped market, Thanksgiving songs. So I guess you prefer Christmas songs over Thanksgiving songs.
Yeah, because name 5 Thanksgiving songs.
We tried, and I think, what did we come up with? 4?
I think we didn't even, at 3 at most.
And they were obscure. Like it was the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving song, Adam Sandler's Thanksgiving song, and then I knew Drive-By Truckers has a song called The Thanksgiving Filter, which I like, and then I think we tapped out at 3.
Yeah, so, I do too.
So if you're a musician, write some Thanksgiving songs. Give some credit to Thanksgiving. It's a great holiday. Okay, that was a short little question there.
Okay, so my next question is, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
So, Graham used to make the best dressing ever. Like, it is the best. Everyone loves it. It is so great. That's my favorite thing ever. And then when Graham passed in 2013, I thought, I'm never going to have Graham's dressing again. And she passed away right before Thanksgiving. I thought, I'm not going to have Graham's dressing anymore. But your Aunt Brandy has mastered Graham's recipe, and she does an amazing job making dressing every Thanksgiving. Aunt Brandy hosts Thanksgiving at her house most years, and
yeah,
she does a good job with that. But her dressing is awesome. It's it tastes just like Graham. So that's my favorite Thanksgiving meal.
Nice.
Or part of Thanksgiving. Since we're talking about Thanksgiving food, Thanksgiving dinner, commonly we think of things like turkey, dressing, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, pumpkin pie. Xavier, tell the audience what you usually eat for Thanksgiving.
I'm going to get killed after this video. Anyway.
What do you eat on Thanksgiving Day? What's your food?
Lunchables.
Yeah, so we have this great big spread. We have rolls, we have corn, we have corn relish, we have green bean casserole, turkey. Oh, so much turkey. And Xavier goes to the fridge. He opens the fridge. He gets a Capri Sun and a Lunchable.
True.
And he's happy. That's just, you don't miss out. You don't there's no part of you that are like, man, I wish I could have some turkey.
None.
Nothing?
No.
I mean, on a superficial level, food is so closely associated with Thanksgiving. I can't imagine you have that same kind of feeling since you're not a food guy.
No, I'm not a food guy.
That's interesting. So, like Thanksgiving, when people think of that holiday, one of the first things they think of is eating turkey. And that's so far removed from your thinking, right?
It is. I thought the first thing I think of is freedom.
Sometimes it's so frustrating doing a podcast with a 12-year-old.
Yeah, it is.
I think. Okay, ask your question.
Yeah. Okay, my next question.
Freedom.
From the first Thanksgiving.
Okay, not really the same. Okay, just go ahead.
Okay. So this one's kind of related, but not very related. What is your favorite food in general?
Not on Thanksgiving or just in general?
Just in general.
I don't know. It depends from day to day. How is this about Thanksgiving? I tell the kid, come up with Thanksgiving song or Thanksgiving. Come up with Thanksgiving questions, and he said, "What's your favorite food?" Somebody didn't prepare.
No,
I did. Look at all my questions. I got 5. I don't. I like, just depends on the day. I like a good home cooked meal. I also like chicken nachos and
don't forget about bubble tape.
Oh, I do love some bubble tape. All right, I'm assuming that was your last question.
Oh no, I've got 2 more.
Okay, these will be interesting, I'm sure. Okay, so there are 2 football teams that always play on Thanksgiving Day. Can you name those 2 teams? They don't play each other, but they play at 2 different times.
I think I can.
Okay.
0.
But yeah, so whenever I would ask Xavier if he would like the team that I'm playing, he'd always say 0. So what do you know what the name of the teams are?
No.
I gave you the answer earlier, one of them at least.
The Lions.
Detroit Lions. We always watch the Lions lose on Thanksgiving. That's like a Thanksgiving tradition. And then the Dallas Cowboys. That's another one. There's a picture, and I'll find it and I'll put it up on a YouTube video. Yeah. It's one of my favorite pictures of all time. It was from 11 years ago in 2008. It's me and you. We're watching the Lions. We're laying on the couch, and you have fallen asleep. You've taken a nap, and you're just sprawled out on the couch, and I'm holding you, and I'm just kind of putting my finger up to my mouth saying, shh. And it's one of my favorite pictures. And we took that on Thanksgiving morning, 2008, while I was watching the Lions. So
sounds about right.
That's one of my favorite pictures of all time of me and you. I love that picture. Aww. Okay. So you can ask your next, hopefully Thanksgiving related question.
Okay.
Favorite food.
Okay. Do you remember your first Thanksgiving?
No, I really don't.
What's the first Thanksgiving you can remember? The first Thanksgivings I remember are the ones that I was talking about earlier, where everyone would come over to the house and we would have Thanksgiving at our house. Man, that's like the mid 80s. I think that's when my first memories. I don't really remember anything before that, which is kind of strange. I didn't really ever put that together until you asked me that question, but I really don't remember any Thanksgivings before that. It's kind of strange. See, that's why we do this podcast. He's asked me a question I hadn't even thought of before, so that's a good question. But those ones growing up, I would say 87, 88, 89, those are the ones that come to mind for sure. Yeah.
All right, so every year before the Lions play, I try to get you to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and it never seems like you want to watch it. Do you not like the parade? Is it not your thing?
I think that, on Thanksgiving this year, if you turn it on, I'll probably sit in the room with you. But, my focus won't completely be on the parade. I'd probably have my nose on my Switch or my DS or something.
That's kids today. They won't, they're always doing something else. I do something else, too. I'm usually doing 2 things at once.
Fun fact, one year, the Barney, whatever it's called, balloon, it deflated.
See, that alone would make me want to watch it more. Uncle Germ and Aunt Pooh and the girls are going to be at the parade this year, I believe. They're up in New York City this week. That's
right. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you're watching this, you should have invited us.
Go. I mean, I'm not going. I don't need. There's nothing in New York City I need to see. Nothing at all.
And there are Marvel superheroes up there. Don't you want to see them?
Sometimes, man. Sometimes doing this podcast, it's a lot harder than it needs to be. All right.
Yes, it is.
Ask me your next, hopefully, Thanksgiving-related question.
Okay. What is your favorite Thanksgiving song?
I like I said earlier, there's a song by the Drive-By Truckers, and it's called the Thanksgiving Filter, and it's look it up if you if you haven't heard it before. And it's just basically about how family gets together at Thanksgiving, and everyone's got crazy people in their family, and usually there's arguing, and sometimes dad will go out to the garage to get away from the family, and he's building something that'll never be complete. And it's a pretty cool song. It just kind of sums up family and holidays and things like that. So Drive By Truckers, the Thanksgiving Filter. Check it out.
Do you know the lyrics to that song?
Yeah, I sit here on my guitar and I usually play it. I only play it once a year, and it's around this time. I was in here playing it earlier today.
Well, would you like to sing it to us?
No, I would not. I would not like to do that right now.
I'm so glad you want to sing it to us.
No, what? I can't sing. No, I'll provide a link where you guys can see that on YouTube. Okay. It's a good song though. I think it's on their album Go Go Boots, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
All right. So, kind of, you asked me a similar question earlier. When you think of Thanksgiving,
that was my final question, by the way.
Okay. Well, I've got, I think I just had one more after this.
Okay.
So when you think of Thanksgiving, do you have a specific memory that instantly comes to mind?
Yes. And
what's that?
Like, I think I was like 5 or 6 when this memory happened. Basically, we were at grandma's house, just going to eat, and then I remember like I brought a toy, like I found a toy at Nanny and Papa's house, or I brought from home. I don't remember. I can barely even remember it, but you could move its arms. Remarkable, I know, but basically, I was playing with it at the table, and I think it was either you or Mom told me to quit playing with it and put it on like the little island in the center. You know what I mean? Stop playing with your toy and eat your Thanksgiving Lunchable. Yes. Because sometimes we do, usually on Thanksgiving, we try to get you to at least attempt to eat something Thanksgiving oriented, like mashed potatoes or a roll or something. It's like peer pressure? No, we want you to expand your palate a little bit. Yes. Every year we put some turkey or something on your plate and you're just like, no, I just want my cheese and crackers, my Lunchable. Which, I mean, you're like, it's great because every time like I have bacon in the house, I'm like, Xavier, do you want bacon? He's like, no. I'm like, great. More for me. Save the pigs. Like, you want any, like, I can make great stuff and it's all for me. Put on the LBs. That's why, because Xavier won't help me eat it. One of the memories that springs to mind when I think of Thanksgiving with you is Disney, because last year, that's my other memory. A year ago, we celebrated Thanksgiving in Orlando. We did all the parks for Thanksgiving week, and then when you were 5, we took you to Disney the week after Thanksgiving, which was kind of cool. We left that Monday, and that's supposed to be one of the least busy times at Disney World. It was still busy, but before or after? What? Before or after? After Thanksgiving. So we went the Monday morning after Thanksgiving, spent a week down there. So Disney World is kind of tied to Thanksgiving with you because we've done it so many times. We didn't actually go to the parks on Thanksgiving Day last year. We took the day off and just hung around the resort, and kids went swimming, and we ate a buffet meal and just kind of hung out. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. So this kind of my last question harkens back. It's a long one, but I think it harkens back to what we were talking about earlier, and I want you to think about this. All right. Okay. So at Thanksgiving, we pause to reflect and give thanks for all the things in our life. So as a 12-year-old, and you're going to be 13 years old here in about a couple of weeks, I wanted to gauge how much you understand the concept of thankfulness and appreciation, because when I was your age, I can honestly say I know that I didn't realize how truly blessed I was. It wasn't until I got much, much older that I was able to understand the significance of thankfulness and appreciation of what I had. So I like doing this podcast because it gives me a chance to sit down for you, and it's a way for me to explain some lessons that I encountered in life. And hopefully, even if you don't grasp what I'm talking about right now, you can go back and listen to this episode for help later in life. Maybe you can kind of glean some information off of it. So it's kind of like Superman, the Fortress of Solitude. He takes those little icicle crystals and he gets information from Marlon Brando. Captain Clicks. He hasn't seen Superman yet. So that being said, do you understand the idea of Thanksgiving and being thankful for things? I think I do. So you realize you've got a lot of cool stuff. Like you've got video games, right? Yes.
Do you know that you are blessed to have that sort of thing? It's not a given. There's a lot of people that don't have those sorts of things.
Yes.
And you should not take those things for granted because it's something that not everyone has. You're very lucky to have the things. You know that even living in this house, do you understand how much we need to appreciate living in this house with running water and electricity?
Yes.
Do you understand there's lots of people that don't have what we have right now?
Yes.
And that's why we pause. We try to do it every day, but this holiday we sit and we thank God and we thank for everything that we have. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I take it for granted still, the things that I have. And I know as a 12, 13-year-old, sometimes it doesn't register in your head yet, but it will someday. And I had to go through some trials and tribulations to figure that out. But I wanted to explain that to you of why it's so important to give thanks and be thankful. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that being said, I want you to give me one person. I don't care who it is, but I want you to give me one person you're thankful for and why you're thankful for that person. And you can think about it for a minute and you have your answer. It doesn't have to be me. It can be. It doesn't have to be me. But it could be me. You get your answer?
Huh?
You get your answer?
No.
Still thinking about it?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of sprung this on him, but you can take some time to think about it, but I think it's important for you to think about being, thankful and appreciating everything that we have.
Question: does the creator of the universe count as a person?
No. I want you to think about this, and you. All right. So let's break this down. We can do this together. Let's start at school. Is there a teacher that goes out of their way to help you understand the material that goes the extra mile for you?
Like one that I have right now.
Doesn't matter. It can be this year, it can be last year, it can be elementary school. Is there somebody that is invested in your life and taken the time to go that extra mile for you that you thought, man, I really appreciate what they did for me?
Let me think.
I think this is important because I think those things happen so much in our lives and in your life that you need to pause to recognize them and don't take them for granted, because when they don't happen, you're almost taken aback. You're like, man, when it's not there, you recognize it more.
Yeah.
So, anything coming to mind? Because you've had a lot of people that have really invested some time and really put a lot of thought into how you evolve as a person.
I think, like I'm sure that if I thought about it for a long time, I'm sure I could come up with tons of people. But
okay,
no.
Well, this is a good, like, it's fine if you're having a hard time coming up, because I did spring it on you. I didn't tell you ahead of time. This is a good jumping off point, because I want you to, from here forward, I want you to start thinking about those things. Okay, I want you to start thinking about the people that invest time and they invest effort to make sure that you're taken care of, to make sure that you're learning, that they're helping you. I want you to just think about that and recognize that. Don't take those things for granted. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So one more thing. This should be a little bit easier. Name one thing in your life. Doesn't matter what it is. Just one thing that you are extremely thankful for and why.
I think my parents.
Okay. Why is that?
Probably because that you guys raised me. Because like,
what is it about the way we raise you that you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for that you guys are pretty strict, but you're also real nice. So I respect you, and I'm thankful for for all that you've done for me.
And I think when you watch this episode back in 20 years, it'll have more weight, and you'll understand it, and you'll be yelling at yourself watching the video, saying, when you're 30 or 43 and you're watching this video and you're watching it back, and you're going to yell at yourself saying, Xavier, this person and that person and this person, they've helped you, and you're thankful for this thing and that thing and the other thing. And I'm not trying to throw you under the bus here. That's what I'm saying. When I was 12 or 13, I was in the same position as you. It didn't register in my head for whatever reason. And that's why I was trying to pass along some dadly advice to you here on our Thanksgiving episode of how important it is to pause and just be thankful for all the great things in your life. And the things that I'm appreciative of, I'm appreciative for to have a job. I sometimes I complain about things at work, but I mean, at the end of the day, I have a great job, and I'm very thankful for that. I have a beautiful home. I have a beautiful family. All those things aren't guaranteed. That's what the word I was looking for. There are no things that are guaranteed. So, and they can be taken away from you at any time. So I have a beautiful family. I have a wonderful, supportive family. I have a great church family. I have good friends. But I'm human. I mean, I'm not saying every day I get up in the morning and go, la, 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 I'm thankful for this and that and that. But I do try to pause and say, hey, I have some really great things in my life. So, and that's what I wanted to pass along to you in this episode.
Yes.
I hope I wasn't too much of a downer. I just, sometimes it's
Daddy, you're a downer every day. I've just gotten used to it.
Well, there's that. I like to take the opportunity on these little podcasts to talk father to son to you. So hopefully I can pass along some life lessons and some different things you can take with you as you grow up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got deep there in our Thanksgiving. We started light and then we got deep, and we'll end light. So happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Eat lots of turkey or Lunchables, whichever one you prefer. Really, you're not going to try any turkey this year?
You know what? I will.
Not. See, I ran into that before. I know how it works. So happy Thanksgiving to you guys. And watch the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. They still air the Charlie Brown episode?
Do they?
I don't know.
I watched it if I do.
We don't really have any Thanksgiving traditions. We go to Uncle Jody's and we watch the Lions lose. I guess that's the tradition. We were disappointed in Detroit sports every Thanksgiving day. So there's that. But we do get together as a family, and it's great to get together and eat and sleep, because turkey makes you go to sleep. And then usually mommy goes out Black Friday shopping. I went Black Friday shopping one time. A 70-year-old woman elbowed me in the stomach to get a TV, and I said, I'm never going shopping on Black Friday again.
How old?
70-year-old woman. It was at Walmart. Not in Union City, it was in Paducah. But I was like, I'm never doing this again. All right, so that'll wrap up our 9th episode. We got a couple more episodes before we wrap up our first season. I thought we would do like 2 or 3 more episodes before the end of the year, and then around your birthday, we'd have our season finale, and then we'll come back in 2020 with season 2.
Sounds good.
How's that?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So this wraps up episode 9 of Conversations with Myself.
A journey of self-discovery.
Did you notice it's not brought to you by Cool Refreshing Mountain Dew this week?
Yes, I am.
It's brought to you by Wild Cherry Pepsi. It's like Pepsi, but it's got cherries in it. All right. See you guys next time for episode 10. Thank you guys for tuning in this episode 9. I'm Brent. This is
Bobby.
Bobby Xavier is your name. What a goofball. I'm telling you, help me. Hopefully he'll mature at some point.
I just realized that this is going to be our 10 episode mark.
That's usually what happens when you get after 9. You go to 10.
I thought it was going to be 9.5, Dad.
Oh my gosh. This is getting, you can, like, from episode 1 to episode 9, you can see his maturity going down.
You really can.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye. We'll see you episode 10.